Today we're going to show how to use the Fluke CNX modules with your laptop. So first thing I'm going to do is hook up my modules to the system. This is a Flex iClamp current module. Once it's hooked up, I want to hit the wireless button to tell it to go into wireless mode. And now let's go to the laptop where we can measure all three of these modules at once. One of the beauties of the Fluke CNX system is we can be at a safe distance from our source and take all our measurements. Here we're removed from the drive that we showed you earlier. We have our dongle plugged into the USB port. We're just going to select the icon that brings up the Fluke CNX software. So now we can have up to 2 different adapters. We can have adapter 1, adapter 2. So each adapter can handle 10 modules. So we can have up to 20 modules hooked up at one time. To go out and see what modules are out there, I go over to the Discover Devices key and I double click on that. And what it's doing now is it's going out, it's saying, okay, I have adapter 1. I'm now seeing what modules are on that adapter, and it'll give us a list of modules that it finds out here. It's discovering the devices. It's now found, it shows me an indication, a symbol of what type of module. So here we have an AC voltage, an AC current module, an AC voltage module, and a Flex AC current module. The device ID is number of the current is number 1, voltage number 2, iFlex number 3, and here's the device name, and that is connected. How do we download? And we do live view. So by going over here and selecting live view and then clicking on it, I can have a live view of all the different modules that are hooked up in my system. If I go down to this graph, and what I'll do is we'll click on a graph of a particular module, now we can see how while the speed of the drive varies, our current on the input to the drive is going up and down. So depending on what speed your drive is running, that's going to indicate how much current you're having. And we can monitor this remotely, and we can do this up to 10 different modules. Once I have this graph, I could either hit the Save button and save it, or I can just go to Done, and that will click me back out to my live view. And we can look at the graphs for all these other modules as well. Once I'm finished with the graphs, I would hit the Done key. The other things that we can do here is we can actually configure the modules. Now these modules, each individual module has logging capabilities. So we can name the module. We might want to call it Phase A, Phase B, Phase C. We can pick a logging interval. In this case, it's 1 minute and 0 seconds. And then how long do we want to log? Do we want to log for 1 day, 2 days? So as I said, we have a logging interval, a logging duration. It tells us how much memory is set. And once we have this set, I can hit the Start Logging key, and it'll start logging data. So we can have up to 10 modules per dongle, and these modules can be logging data remotely, and then we can go back and download it. So to download that, what we have to do is first stop the logging. Once the logging is stopped, then I would go down here and hit the OK. Hit the OK key. Up here is where I would download the information from the module. So my voltage module, I've logged a number of different things from that. So I go over here and I click on that indicator. It says, should I release the other modules? I can download data 1 module at a time, so I'll say yes, release that. And then it's asking me where should I save this recording data. I can pick out a file or put it in a place that I already have a file. And then once I have that folder, it'll make a new folder. And now we can name that file logging data. And now it's downloading the information from the module into that file. Each module can hold up to 65,000 points. The battery electrical risk, you can download the data, walk away, come back the next day, download data again. So right now we're downloading quite a bit of data. I have different data sets in there. You can have data from last week, maybe 10 readings you took, and then you can add more readings later on until the 65,000 point memory is full.